right. So let's get to it. LinkedIn rolls out ways to verify your identity and employment without a price tag.
So that's major key number one. This is not gonna cost anything yet. This is not gonna cost anything. I think that's major key number one, because we see so many companies doing verification, and they're using it as a cash grab. So this isn't gonna cost anything. So I'm gonna come back to my feelings on that point, but that's the first thing we need to point out right there.
Right. And I'm trying to do the verification for IG because somebody made a fake page of me. So I want the people to know that's actually me. It's not really for me to try to feel like I'm something I'm not, but as you increase your notoriety, people start trying to copy your links, act like they're you, and then message people acting like they're you, trying to get money from them. So I'm trying to put a stop to that. LinkedIn is introducing new ways to verify your identity and where you work. The company announced on Wednesday, unlike with Twitter and Meta, LinkedIn's new verification measures don't include paid subscriptions or blue check marks. I feel like this is a shot. The company is partnering with
definitely
Clear,
a shot.
And I actually like Clear because we use Clear at Afrotech to make sure like your COVID status and everything was up to date. So we use Clear for that. And I use Clear to Fly, a secure identity platform to provide verification for LinkedIn users in the United States. Starting this month, users can display on your profile that they verify your identity with Clear. To do so, you need to provide your government issue ID and phone number. Clear pretty dope though, because it can recognize you with your fingerprints, your iris.
Is that dope? Is that dope, or is that another place where my information is gonna be floating around?
I mean, even though Apple say that your information is on their phone, I mean,
Okay. All right. We get into that.
We can always be a Clash accent suit. I mean, hey, Alexa probably listening to you right now, or Google.
That's true.
Once you verify your identity, your profile displays new verification sections under the connect and message buttons. A user who visits your profile will see a check mark next to a government ID banner that will indicate that you have a verified government ID. That's a good one too. LinkedIn users around the world also have the option to verify where they work with their company email. To confirm your place of employment, you have to enter a verification code sent to your company email address. LinkedIn notes that this feature works with more than 4,000 companies on the platform. The platform plans to roll out this option to more companies over time. So I just thought about a way.
So you can't retro this?
Probably could. It wouldn't matter because on the back end, when doing like third-party background checks, they use the different things to see if you worked where you said you worked. So, what's it called? The job number? It's something you can go through it and pretty much prove you work somewhere. That's why people don't even know. Like, line only gets you so far. For a company who really want to know if you work where you said you work, it's not going to work for you.
Yeah, if they doing real background checks, then they can easily tap into that IRS database. And make sure you got a pay stub from that company. Just free game.
So apparently this is how it'll look. Verify your identity with Clear. Yep. That's how the Clear app looks. And then it says LinkedIn has partnered with Microsoft to allow organizations to leverage the Microsoft Entra Verify ID platform to issue digital workplace IDs for free for eligible users. The new option will roll out at the end of this month. LinkedIn plans to make this option available to dozens of participating companies reaching more than 2 million LinkedIn members. All right, we're not going to go anymore. Springboard.com has a great cybersecurity bootcamp that's for beginners and teaches you cybersecurity fundamentals and 10 core basic courses. The Springboard bootcamp will show you how to use tools like Splunk, Wireshark, Kali Linux, Nmap, Metasploit, and much more. The bootcamp is 6 months long and has a total of 66 projects for you to complete before graduating from the program. Springboard believes in their program so much that if you do not find a role after 6 months of graduating, then they will give you your money back. Sign up now and use my discount code TEXTUAL to get $1,000 off your bootcamp price. The link will be in the description.
Only because this database, like me thinking with my hacker brain, this database immediately becomes a target, right? This database immediately becomes a place where not only can I go hack somebody's LinkedIn profile, which may have a credit card attached to it, but now I can go get their government ID. I can go get a phone number, which I can use for smishing or other SMS type attacks. And that doesn't mean it's bad. It just means as I look at this, I'm immediately thinking, okay, here is a really, really big target that this company is probably going to be promoting all across the internet. So that's the first thing I think of. Second thing I think of is just, it's not even a second thing. Within that same vein, it's like, how are they securing this? Me personally, as a company, if I was doing some sort of questionnaire for this, I would want to know how they were securing this information, because personally, a lot of companies have a policy where you can't use your company email address for social media sites, right? A lot of companies have that policy. So how are they getting around that? So I think this is a very, very good idea. I want to hear more about how they're securing the database, and I would be interested to know how these companies are applying these policies for social media, because are they using blanket policies? It's like, oh, you can't use your company email address for social media unless it's LinkedIn. Like, how is that working? So I'm curious to figure out how these 4,000 companies are handling that as far as acceptable use policies go.
Yeah, I think that will be a good use case. I believe that. So I know right now, currently with Clear, it's like all your information. So I don't know how this affects you if you already have a Clear account, you already use it, and your things are on file. Would it be just similar to, okay, for example, right? When you use Blind and Fishbowl, they use like a company ID for you to be registered so you can actually use it, and it sends it there, and that's about it. So I think that's one of the ways, but truly speaking, there still could be a way a person could manipulate that. Well, they couldn't, because you got to have the government ID part. But I was saying, if not, then you can say you can know somebody. Oh, I'm going to send you this code at your work thing, and then you verify so I can act like I work somewhere here. I don't know. People always will find a workaround for these things, but I'm interested in to see how positive this will be, and how will it affect like the future job scams from people. Because one of the other ones that I would like LinkedIn, Indeed, Dice, and everyone to do is actually like fake job scams. Think how easy it is for us to use AI, make a fake company name, and say, hey, we have these, opening for like 5 analysts, and put it on Indeed, and we can just use it to harvest. We can just use it to harvest emails. So, or
like you said, scam people from Indeed, because it's like there's nothing on Indeed that stops you from saying you're a company and you got jobs to hire for.
There's
nothing that stops you from doing that.